Namaskaram friends. So in this video, I am going to talk about dark fiber, what it is and where we use dark fiber. Okay, and its importance in the field of economy and in the field of science and technology and also in the field of the saving time and money of human being. So dark fiber is basically a unlit fiber, or you can say unused optical fiber available for using fiber optic communication. If you want to communicate using optical fiber communication, so dark fiber or you can say unlit fiber is an unused optical fiber available for you. Okay, that means you have n number of optical fibers, or you can say 100 optical fibers, and 90 are in use and 10 are not in use. So these remaining 10 are called dark fiber or unused optical fiber, which you can use for fiber optical communication. Okay. So we can say fiber, and British in it is called fiber. Fibre, difference of RE and RE. It is basically a flexible, very flexible and transparent fiber made by drying gloss. You can call it silica or plastic. That means made from silica or plastic to a diameter slightly thicker than that of the human hair. Okay, when you see your human hair, so an optical fiber is slightly thicker than that and made up of silica as well as plastic. Okay, third point is optical fiber typically include a core. So what is the structure of optical fiber? So it typically includes a core surrounded by a transparent cladding material with a lower index of reflection. Cladding material have a lower index of reflection. Lower index of reflection means when a light travel in this, then it bend towards the normal, or you can say towards the surface, away from the normal or toward the surface. Any material which have lower index of reflection means it moves away from the normal, or you can say towards the surface. So its importance is when it's moved toward the surface, then it contains the property of total internal reflection. That means it moves in the tube, and when it go out, it is come out as it is enter in the material. Okay. So what I will show you the picture through which you can understand what is a core and what is the cladding material which is used in optical fiber. Okay. So you can use here. This is a picture of optical fiber where this one is a core. Okay, this one is a cladding material. Okay, and a coating on cladding material, and then again a coating, or you can say strength member over a coating material, and then an outer jacket over the strength member. An optical fiber is here in this picture. You can see from through the core, and optical fiber is come out in this form, or you can clearly see optical fiber here. So okay, so this one is your core, this one is your cladding material. Okay, and this one is your coating, and this one is your optical fiber. So optical fiber, this one is your core, this one is your coating material, cladding material, or this one is your coating material. Okay, just a minute. This one is your coating material. Okay, this one is your cladding material, this one is your core, and this blue one is your optical fiber. Okay, so this optical fiber is a slightly thicker diameter than diameter of our hair, and it is made from silica or plastic. Okay, so in this picture you can clearly understand. Okay, and this is also embedded in larger, you can say, strength member, this black one is, and after that we have a outer jacket, which you can clearly show in just a minute in this picture. Okay, so this one is outer jacket, this one is strength member, this one is coating. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layer of protection for an optical fiber. That's why it is a bit expensive and from the normal material, normal fiber. You can in this picture of course also show the diameter. This one is 70 mm, this one is 8.3, this one is a steel wire which protect it, and Diameter of core is 2.3 mm. This one is optical fiber, which is slightly thicker than the diameter of our hair. Okay. Fourth point is fiber optical communication. So what is fiber optic communication? I talk about here now. Optical fiber and fiber optic communication. So optical fiber, I tell you what is optical fiber and what is its property. So in case of fiber optic communication is a method of transmitting information from one place to another. If you want to transmit information from one place to another with the help of optic fiber, so what you do, you basically send pulses of infrared light through an optical fiber. Okay, so fiber optical communication basically means when you want to transmit information from one place to another. So you basically what you do is send a pulses of infrared light through an optical fiber. Okay, so what is infrared light in electromagnetic wave? When you see the diagram of electromagnetic wave, you can clearly see many types of lights are given on this platform. So in this picture, you can clearly see these are this is you can say a light. This is frequency of light. This is a wavelength of light, and this one is infrared. In light which have a wavelength of 10 to the power minus 5 and have a frequency nearly you can say 10 to the power 12. And this light fall in this range is called infrared light. So if you send infrared light in optical fiber, okay, then you are able to communicate in terms of optical fiber communication. Okay, so this communication is work on this principle. Okay, so this is about optical fiber. This is about optical fiber communication. Fifth one is dark fiber may be leased from a network service provider. Okay, a network service provider may, let's say initially it take 100 you can say 100 unit of dark fiber, 100 unit of dark fiber, 100 unit of you can say optical fiber, and 80 are used by this company, but 20 are remaining. That company or that organization not used. So this is called dark fiber, and anyone can lease it from that network service provider for their, because initially company laid more number of optical fiber so that in future if cost is increased then they do not take the burden of that issue. Okay, so dark fiber is an extra optical fiber laid by companies in order to avoid cost repetition when more bandwidth is needed. Okay, when they require more bandwidth they do not pay higher price for that, so that they initially take a more number of optical fiber networks and use them. And let's say 20 or 30 unit of optical fiber is not in use, so they may lease it to other person who are needed for that type of communication. Okay, so here I am talking about yeah, I told you what is the lower index of reflections. In this point I talk about a higher the refractive index, the closer the normal direction of light will travel. When your refractive index of a material is higher, then that light moves towards the normal. But if refractive index is low, then that light move away from the normal and move towards the surface. Okay, reflected away from the normal, or you can say toward the surface. Okay, so the concept of total internal reflection is very much important in case of optical fiber, because the optical fiber communication is solely based on the principle of total internal reflection. That means when a normal light go on the one end of the core, one end of the material, then inside they go into total internal reflection, and then when they come out, that light follow the same path as initially we incident light is going in that direction. That means if incident light initially is going 45-degree angle from the normal, from the surface, then when it come out, it also follow the path of 45-degree from the surface. So total internal, and in this manner, because our material what we use in this is a less refractive index, that's why this internally this total IR is possible. Okay, so what is total internal reflection? Total internal reflection is an optical phenomenon in which waves arrive at the interface from one medium, let's say water, to another, let's say air, are not reflected into the second medium but completely reflected back into the first medium. Let's say if I want to send rays from air to water, okay, So in case of TIR, that medium do not reflect towards water. Instead, they in this tube they got totally internally reflected, and when they come out, it follow the same path as the incident light path. You can clearly see in this picture. I show you the picture. See in this picture, when incident light fall on that surface, so this is a fiber cladding material, this green one, or you can say light green one, or sky blue. So this incident light come on that surface, then it do not, you can say, reflect in that medium. It go here, and then this material, when this light touches the second material, then it got reflected, not refracted. Okay, not reflected but reflected, because its index is very low, so it is not follow the normal path. It refracted here and follow the and move towards the surface. Again, when this light came here, it do not go follow the normal path like this. It refracted towards the surface. It reflected towards the surface, and in this process, this light totally internally reflected within the cladding. And when the light come out, then you can clearly see the incident light and light coming out after the tube. Both are in a same direction. So this play a very significant role in terms of understanding and in terms of communication, because through this method we got a high bandwidth and a good quality of internet service. Okay. So optical fiber rely on total internal reflection in their operation. I told you earlier. And optical fiber is a thin rod of high quality glass. Okay. I told you it is made up of the glass or plastic, and it is very thin. You can just say a slightly, its diameter is slightly more than our hair. Okay. And light, that means infrared light, getting in at one end undergoes repeated total internal reflection as emerging out at the other end. I show you in this picture. That means light, when incident light fall in this direction, and this is a cladding material. Okay, so when it come out, it also follow the same path, and between them in this material, it got totally internally reflected. Okay, and also in this point, notice that the light reflects toward normal as it enters the optic fiber. Okay, when it enters, it follow the normal path. Okay, reflect towards the normal. And when it touches the another material, it reflected towards the surface, and this shows the concept of total internal reflection. So I hope through this video you understand an important concept of total internal reflection, or you can say dark fiber, or optical fiber communication, or optical fiber. So 3 or 4 keyword: optical fiber. What is optical fiber? What is dark fiber? What is optical fiber communication? What is total internal reflection? What is low refractive index? Okay, and its usage in our day-to-day life. Okay, so this is an important keywords. You have to understand it and remember it when you try to solve any question or write any answer. So on this, I give you a small hint of what it is. So I am going to solve one question based on that, so that we check our knowledge that what we read in this lecture is useful or not. Okay, so I show you one question. You also try to solve it. Okay. So this one is a question. Dark fiber is. This question is, what do you understand by dark fiber? First option is, it is the collective name. It is a collective name over a number of malicious software variants. Okay. See, currently we read the topic, so it is easy for us to eliminate the option and write at a correct option. But when you read many things, then there is a confusion between keywords and what it is talk about. Okay, so dark fiber is in this first option. It is said it is a collective name for a number of malicious software variants. Okay, so we know that no, dark fiber is not like related to malicious software variant. Second one is a cable laid on a seabed to carry telecommunication signals across stretches of ocean and sea. Okay, it is talk about a cable is laid on the seabed to carry out telecommunication signal across stretches of ocean and sea. Okay, that means we laid down optical fibers in ocean, and with the help of it, we try to communicate telecommunication signal, try to send telecommunication signal in other parts of the world and other regions which are near to the oceans or within, or ships, or you can say cruise, which are uh, um, do their transport activity on the sea floors, on the sea surface. Third one is, so this is a look like a correct one, or you can say true one. Third one, it is a part of the internet that isn't visible to search engines and require the use of channel browser. It is not related to search engine, internet, or browser. So this one is wrong. Fourth one is an unused optical fiber available for use in the fiber optic communication. See, this one is also correct. So second one is, you can say a property, but dark fiber is this. Dark cable laid on a seabed telecommunication. This is a optical fiber. It is a definition of, sorry, optical fiber. But definition of dark fiber is an unused optical fiber available for use in a fiber optic communication. So this one is the correct one, because this one is the definition of optical fiber, which is an unused. When it is in unused form, we call it as a dark fiber. So this one is approximately near but not correct. So our option is D. So dark fiber is an unused optical fiber available for use in fiber optic communication. So this is a small lecture, 15 to 20 minutes lecture on dark fiber, and we understand its usage, its limitations, its application in economy, in science and technology, in communication, and in day-to-day life. And also it helps in terms of security in connecting people on living near the coast or within a country, or even trade going on between the countries, so people living on ship. So you can say it provide a good amount of internet connectivity, people living on the planet Earth, and also people who are in uh, living on the ships in the water, because when we laid optical fiber in seas, then it helps to come easily and also cost effective to talk to the people who are live on the ship for many months when they do activity like transport or trade or travel. So I hope you love this lecture, enjoy this lecture, and through this lecture you gain some knowledge and some perspective about dark fiber. So namaskaram, thank you.